Welcome, welcome everyone to this winter solstice celebration. I want to start out with a reading called At Solstice. Sunlight low on the horizon in midday cuts through frosted panes, healing pains that demand attention when frigid air touches skin and penetrates to bone. Droplets form on ice-covered branchlets, short-lived till nightfall. Warmth will return and days will lengthen. Beneath the earth's surface, roots imagine the route they will take through soil as they contemplate spring. But for now, nature prepares for renewal with restful solitude. Welcome everyone on this solstice night, this beautiful winter night, wherever you may be watching from. And we are coming here tonight to rejoice in the return of the sun, coming back to us over the next few weeks as the daylight increases and the day length is waxing this time of year from now all the way till summer solstice, which often seems strange that winter has just started and then suddenly the days are getting longer. But I think I like it that way. It gives us a little bit of hope for making it through these winter months. So hopefully you brought a cup of tea or a candle to light with us later in the program. I just want to give you some guidance and closure for 2021, and we'll be taking some time to just be setting some, what I like to call beautiful wishes for the year going forward. So I really appreciate you joining me here tonight for both this contemplation and celebration. So I want to start off with celebration and ask, how are you celebrating the year that is coming to an end? What are you appreciative of? What are you proud of? What kinds of breakthroughs might you have had? What sort of accomplishments can you celebrate? What sort of changes, or maybe perhaps the opposite of change, maybe some stability that was brought into your life? So what was it that you needed in this past year that you were able to receive? And what happened for you? And so let's celebrate that. If you brought a cup of tea, let's raise a glass in celebration. And if you want to share in the chat what it is that you are celebrating for 2021, feel free to do so. And if not, that's fine as well. But if you have a glass of tea, and if you don't, you can just hold your hands together, as if you're holding a cup of tea, and just imagine the things that I'm going to share with you. Let's raise our glass and let's just experience this cup of tea with all of our senses. We can smell the tea. We can feel the warmth of the glass in our hands. We can see the beautiful color and feel the weight of the water and the container that the tea is in. And then we can hear the sipping and feel the warmth of the tea going down our throats. So let's say cheers to you for all that you've accomplished in 2021. And I can guarantee you it's way more than you're probably giving yourself credit for. And in fact, some of you might be having a difficult time actually congratulating yourselves. And so what I want to do next is I want to call in some plants into our contemplation circle here so that we can get a little help from our friends in the plant and herb world. And the first of these is a very traditional plant for this time of year, and that is pine. Where I live, it's white pine. I have some pine right here next to my desk. And this tradition of bringing evergreens into our house this time of year, it is reminding us that even though it looks dormant and dead outside, that the world is very much alive. And this is just really important for sort of keeping our spirits up this time of year. Now, the essence of pine is really about self-acceptance. And so a lot of times we tend to hold on to things that aren't even our fault. And judgment and blame and guilt are just very, very heavy burdens to bear. And so pine helps us by allowing us to tap into more self-acceptance to move forward, to be able to let go of a lot of these judgments that we have of ourselves. Now, this is very important when we're bringing closure to the year. And so if this is something that's difficult for you, then you can just kind of ask pine to come in and help you to make this, let these things go. Now, the next plant that I'm calling into our circle here is sage. And this is a really important plant for this time of year because it helps a lot with sort of illness and infections and things like that we're so prone to in the winter months. Now, the essence of sage, as you can imagine from the name, is that it helps to imbue us with wisdom. And it really comes down to this sort of twofold aspect where we have life experiences and then we reflect upon those experiences in order to sort of integrate them into our wisdom. Without the integration, it's just a constant experience. And so the two of those combined give us the wisdom. And so if you think of sage as being an elder, a wise woman, a wise man, then we can kind of apply this to the year. We're now in the very end of the year. And so we can look at the way that the year has aged. We've had lessons sort of come and go. And so if you're having a hard time kind of thinking about, what can I integrate? What do I want to take forward? What do I want to put into my wisdom? What do I want to leave behind in 2021? Then you can call on sage and the essence of sage to help you with that. And then the final plant of the year, for celebrating tonight is lemon balm. And every year I draw a wheel of the year using the Herb Crafters Tarot cards. And this year lemon balm came up for Winter Solstice. And this is a lovely plant for this time of year because it really is a very calming plant for our nervous system. And the essence of lemon balm really works more on calming our mind. And so we tend to be very, very active in our minds. We don't spend a lot of time unless we make a conscious effort calming and relaxing our minds. And so lemon balm helps us to balance these two aspects of the way our mind works so that we're not constantly thinking all the time, because usually what we're thinking about is fears and worries. And so by allowing lemon balm to come in, calm your mind, then what happens is the fears can dissipate, and that sort of opens up the opportunity, the pathway to our future. And lemon balm also really helps us with just more of a feeling of lightness, which everyone can use around this time of year when it's dark and cold. And so this more childlikeness, playfulness. Lemon balm can help with this as well, helping you to, as we move forward into 2022, really to let your true light shine. So we have these 3 plants that we can call on as we're moving through the next few weeks towards through January. The pine to help us to let go of any sort of judgment and self hatred, perhaps. Sage to help us like bring our proper wisdom forward from our life experiences, and then lemon balm to help us to really kind of let go of our fears and be able to see a brighter future. So I just want to say thank you to these plants for coming in to work with us tonight here on this beautiful winter solstice night. And what I'd like to do next is to take some time now just to contemplate a little bit about, like, well, what do you wish for 2022? And I like to use the word wish because I just think it's more magical. And I could have said, what are your goals and your intentions? And I would not say resolutions for the year to come. And so let's take some time now. I found this amazing card from the Akashic Oracle deck by this woman, Mel Shapcott. She has this beautiful artwork that she put on the cards, and then she wrote the back of this card, and she has this wonderful sort of meditation. And so I want to read that through with you. But first, what I'd like us to do now is, if you have brought a candle that you would like to light, then let's go ahead and do that now. I have my candle set up back here. And I have some candles already lit, but I'm going to light 2 candles tonight. And I'm doing this, the first candle So if you have your candles, you can get them out now and light them. First candle I'm lighting in honor of those who have passed on, who are no longer with us, in honor of the lessons learned from the past. A dear friend of mine recently passed away, and so I light this in honor of all that those who have gone before us have shared with us. And then the second candle I light for the year to come, for the future, for the light returning in appreciation of the earth, all the earth does to support us and to nourish us. So those are my 2 candles that I am lighting. And then those are a little too rickety, but I'm going to bring a candle. If you want, you may set your candle down in front of you, or if you're in a container where you can hold the candle, you could do that as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and read this, what's on this card. It's really beautiful, and it's like a little meditation almost. So just allow yourself to either gaze at your candle, or you can just close your eyes if you want to. And it talks about that in the card. So here we are. Again, this beautiful card by Mel Shapcott. And it's called Enter the Center. It says, draw your breath in slowly and let it out with a sigh. Breathe in again and exhale gently. Give your mind permission to relax and let go of thought. Allow your consciousness to drift softly like a cloud floating through a blue sky. Let your eyes close partially or all the way. And notice the beat of your heart and the rhythm of your breath. Feel the weight of your feet on the earth and the lightness of your crown. Ask any persistent thoughts to dissolve when they appear. Seek peace within. Our deepest wisdom is found when we enter the center. It rises to the surface when the body and mind are still. Thank you, Mel, for that beautiful little short meditation. I could not have written more perfect words to match our contemplative state, to match the messages from the plants that we're working with tonight. And so I hope that you have some ideas for what your wishes are for 2022 going forward. And I just want to close our time together by reading this beautiful poem by Wendell, and it's called The Peace of Wild Things. And it's just a beautiful reminder that nature is healing to us as humans. It's so important. And even when we're in the cold of winter, a moment outside can make a difference. It can bring us back from a dark place. It can give us belief back in ourselves and in the world. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'll leave you with this beautiful poem by Wendell. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lay down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. And I just remembered I wanted to share this with you. There's the poem there. Full screen. There we go. The Peace of Wild Things. It's such a beautiful, touching poem. Beautiful. Let me see here. Oops. Let me stop my share. And oh, thank you, Denise. Beautiful. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the year. I hope you take some time to contemplate, to really think about closure of 2021, appreciating the return of the light, and making a restful, calm, and loving plan for yourself going forward in 2022. Take care, everyone.